I just messed with Logan. It's not NBA, everybody. It's seventh inning stretch. We're here on a Wednesday, trade deadline Monday. Other than the off season, I know this is right. Maybe this might be number one for you ahead of the off season at times. Not this next off season. We're just usually when we have off season.
Any other off season.
But this is right up there. Trade deadline right around the corner. Me and you were talking. We're going to talk a lot about the standings. How a lot has changed over the last 3 weeks. It's a massive winning, losing streak. So we'll kind of get into that as well. Some unreal performances. Unfortunately, Logan, some kind of tough injuries around the league as well. So we'll kind of get into that and how that's going to affect the stretch here down the line too. And then I got some trivia from Mr. Logan, different one tonight that I've ever thrown at him. So we'll see how he handles that one. And we'll go from there with it. So seventh inning stretch. Glad you guys could be with us. Mr. Tyler McGurk, we wish you were all with us, but I know you let us know how we're at with it.
That's Brian over there. I was trying to see who. I was like, wow, that guy's a little big for you, Daren. But no, it's Brian.
Brian, if you're listening, if you're listening, Logan doesn't mean anything.
No, I was just saying. I would think that would be very rude if that was you over on that.
AI could be tough. No, so I got that one. So we're gonna get to some baseball tonight, Tyler. Hopefully you can jump in there with it. I want to get into your boy Arise here in a little bit, but all right. Hey, let's start right with where I feel like there's certain storylines as the year kind of takes place. Last year I felt like it was we had Judge. We've always had that kind of home run race, which is kind of sexy always. You've had Ohtani and you've had that, but then you have a guy like MIZ that comes around, and you can say, well, we had Skeens the last couple of years, and I would say yes, he was that same thing, but even Skeens wasn't doing what he's doing. Yeah. The only difference is that we'll get into my concerns with him, but right now, when you watch this guy pitch his 5 innings, usually, sometimes 4, and we won't. I told Jimmy I'm not going to mention the team he dominated last time, but that team out in the Mountain West. I mean, he just made them look like a little league team out there, basically. The guy that hit a home run, if I was him, I'm all feeling good after that.
I'd ask for the ball back.
I'm just saying, Logan, we start the season out. We knew he'd be a stud. I don't care about where he's going to be. I don't care about any of that conversation with you. I just care about you have this in baseball. You have unreal seasons. You know what I mean? And maybe he's not going the depth that a lot of these pitchers would go. But even relief pitchers aren't striking out guys the way he is.
Yeah.
What do you make? The Miz.
Yeah, I mean, I finally looked at his stats again because it was a couple of weeks since we talked about him and Christopher Sanchez and who was the third guy? But anyways. Dylan Cease. And so, yeah, he's got a 158 ERA, which leads the league. 185 strikeouts, which leads the league. Leads the league in ERA plus, FIP, WHIP. I mean, hits per 9, strikeouts per 9, which I think is your favorite kind of stat now, isn't it?
I like that
13.9 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's his average.
I'm a fan of it.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's doing really well. I mean, he's pitching. He's thrown the fastest pitches consistently that no starting pitcher has ever done. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the innings is a little bit concerning for me, or the lack of innings, I should say.
All right.
Because I think MLB writers take innings seriously, and so I think they would say, oh, well, he doesn't qualify for Cy Young because he doesn't have enough innings as a starter or something ridiculous like that. But I mean,
I don't know if it matters this year. I mean, he has more than a relief pitcher would. I mean, his numbers are dominant. If he ends up with, right now he's going to end up with over 200 strikeouts, right?
Oh yeah, unless he just blows his arm out.
So he's going to end up with way more than that, and he's still going to be, and if his ERA stays around the same, I mean, to me, he's a lock for NL Cy Young.
Let's see. He's at 185 strikeouts. I'm trying to think.
But he's going to probably end up close to 275 if he's healthy.
Yeah,
maybe 300.
300. If he could do 300. he would become my new favorite pitcher of all time, or not all time, current favorite.
It'd be a big stat for people, but like that's the thing with like these franchises. Like I think they'll say, okay, he's at 260, he's tired, let's let up. Where in the past, these guys are like, that's the number that gets me in the Hall of Fame. Like they would go for these numbers, and I think there was some of that. Yeah, but it's funny to think of these like his dominance specifically. Can you think of anybody the same way? Because like a Pedro was different.
Yeah.
Even Arrieta was different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they both had unreal seasons. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think, Logan, of a guy that like they just a team just threw out there for 4 or 5 innings. That was like, you just bring it and we'll figure out the last 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, because the thing is that he throws 105, which we've seen 100, 105, and we've seen 106 with Chapman, but we never seen it with control. And he has such great control of it. So, yeah, no, we've never seen this before. And I want to go back to the 300 strikeouts for a second, because I think that would be a huge deal in today's MLB. Because, I mean, 5 years ago, we talked about things that were kind of normal that we don't think we'll ever see again.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever see a 300 strikeout season again.
I think we'll, man.
It's hard to, because pitchers don't go past the 6th inning anymore. It's not normal for them to pitch a complete game.
So do you think the Brewers, let's be honest, they're not signing him past this deal, right? I think me and you, they might get one more deal with him, like a smaller one, but like, he's not going to get the big deal with them. He's coming off this season. If you're the Brewers, don't you just kind of let him go like the Giants did for 3 or 4 years and just say, well, we understand you might not be great in 4 years. We might even pay you a little bit there. But that's what I would do if I was them. I would just say, let's ride this thing out. Like, not trying to kill him, of course, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the Giants are the best example of that within the recent time with Lincecum.
Oh, Lincecum,
right? Yeah. He threw hard. He was awkward a little bit. But Mizorowski can say he's bigger, all that stuff. But I'm just saying, like, if a guy throws 105, me and you are both probably thinking, when does it happen? And you know what I mean? So if I'm them, I'm just like, I just do what Lincecum did. And you could say he had some bad years at the end. He had some no-hitters there that added on to his legacy or whatever. But that's what I would do if I was the Brewers.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily, because you showed me that stat last night. What was it? 210, 105 plus miles per hour.
Yep.
Fastballs.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah,
he's got 210 pitches thrown at over 105 miles per hour. Mason Miller has 2. Nobody else has anybody else. I mean, we're talking 105.
So, he's throwing 105 consistently, 210 times.
Insane.
I mean, that I don't know. That feels a little different, doesn't it? That, like, it's not like,
that's what I'm trying to wrap my head around, I guess, a little bit. It's like we've seen great seasons and we've seen people push limits in sports.
Right.
And I think I'm trying to understand, okay, his dominance is like here. We're so used to a pitcher going 7 innings and being dominant, and then we're used to the relief pitcher and being dominant. He's like that new generation of a 4 or 5 inning guy that we've been seeing. But his 4 or 5 innings is unreal.
Dominant.
Like, you know what I mean? I think that's like it wouldn't impress us if his ERA was 3.2 or something like that, or 2.5.
Right.
Like he's throwing electric stuff for a period of time, and he's able to do it every 5 or 6 days. And if I'm the Brewers, I just let this baby ride until that contract comes up.
Yeah, I definitely be, man. That contract negotiation would be interesting.
It'd be tough
because you got to be like, listen, if you go through Tommy John surgery or something, if you don't take care of the arm, we gotta, we can't pay you $30 million a year, right?
No. A Variety Sports Network here talking Mizorowski here for the Brewers, who go down big to the Giants today, 16-3.
Do you think? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you think he's a lock for Cy Young?
It's looking like it, Logan. I mean, I think Sanchez still has a case, but we saw Sanchez Sunday night against the Braves have just three earned runs. It's not much; it just adds up in this race.
He's lost a lot of momentum.
I mean, he had a great opportunity that night to kind of build this case. 5th inning, no runs, and his defense let him down a little bit too. But I think he's that. When you have this type of flair as well, it's like, how do you not? I mean, Gagne, all you need to add is saves to him, right? Like, let's be honest. Like, if he had like 35 saves right now, he would be like most teams. Would you say this? Most teams 15 years ago, maybe even 10, maybe even you could even argue if they would have just made him the closer.
Right. Yeah.
But now the Brewers are like, no, we've seen the results. The analytics tell us we can get 4 or 5 innings out of him. Let's deal with that, and then we can deal with these other guys that are in high leverage situations. But if it allows our team to get off to a good start, he dominates early on in the lineup. It's just a different way of thinking, not a bad way, but you're kind of seeing that a little bit. And I think in his case, for me, that's what you're seeing. Where Skeens, the Pirates are still kind of treating as like your prototypical pitcher, though he doesn't go 9 innings or anything like that. Yeah, he's just a unique talent.
Yeah.
I mean, no other guy can do 105 as we saw. 105.
I mean, I guess, and it kind of seems like a cheap thing to say, but like Nolan Ryan
except for Nolan be like, I'm going 12 innings. And I'm throwing 102 every game.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think comparing to Nolan Ryan, I always think is it's like comparing to Michael Jordan. It's just like, I mean, like Nolan Ryan might not be the best pitcher, but if you're talking longevity and throwing hard, he's a one-off. Like he just is. The other one is Randy Johnson, right? Big, tall. Maybe didn't go to 45, but he still went to 43. Still and throwing hard. But man, and we'll get into the Brewers. Maybe let's just get into the Brewers a little bit here, then I'll move on. But like, I keep wanting to bring them up because it's like I want a team to push the Dodgers. And I know the Phillies, like in the playoffs, they might have Sanchez. It's like the Brewers put the ball in play. Like we saw that with the Blue Jays. Like these are the teams that are going to give the Dodgers trouble, not necessarily the Phillies where they're strikeout or bust. And like I just hope the Brewers have gained a little bit, like along the way last year, getting swept by them. Like I hope they kind of gain some knowledge, and I hope they go out and make a big move at the deadline.
Yeah, me too. And this has kind of been our thing for me at least since last year. I don't know how long you've been on the train, but like
quite a while with the Brewers.
it's like they're really good, but then in the playoffs they just kind of burn out.
That's why last year was so big. They actually won the round, right? They actually won the round.
They were so dominant too, but I think they need a guy's guy, like a top, like an actual good guy. Because I mean, you look at their lineup, their on base percentage is above average, and Garrett Mitchell has been really good for them on base wise. Christian Yelich is no longer Christian Yelich. Jackson Chourio, I mean, he gets hot sometimes, and you can never like get him out.
Yeah.
But we are kind of seeing the ceiling for him. But they need a guy. They need like a hitter, and so I mean, maybe a shortstop. Maybe they go out and get Lindor, and maybe he's not really the answer. But I mean,
get Adames back. Get Willie Adames back for the Jets.
Please no.
I don't. It's interesting with you because I think if they're going to make a big move, I think it's going to be on the pitching side. I don't think I think they might make a smaller big move on the offensive side, but I don't Buxton now going in the IL, that hurts him obviously, but I don't see the hitters out there to where it's a big move for them. Like, to me, the big move for them is like, would they honestly go out and get Logan Webb? Would they go out and get Skubal? Would they make this extra effort to go a different mile than they have in the past? And I don't know what the track record looks like for them, but they have the way they hit the ball, though you can be critical of like them with, I get you. If I were them, they have one more guy, one more stud, if he can hit it out of the ballpark. It doesn't have to be a stud even, just like somebody that's like one right not there, but it's like, I think they feel so good there that it's like the pitching to me is the next level. And I'll bring back this guy. What would be the chances of them trading back for Peralta?
Oh, Freddie? Yeah.
Or would the Mets just go, screw you? We're not doing that.
I think the Mets would be happy to offload Peralta, honestly.
And if you're the Brewers, you're like, he was successful for us. You give us 10 cents at the dollar, we'll take him back.
Yeah,
but the Mets would have to eat a lot of crow on that one. Yeah,
they would. And maybe they could work a package where, like, hey, Brewers will take maybe Clay Holmes and who's the other? Luke Weaver.
Yeah.
On top of Peralta and say, hey, we'll offload some of this bad contract or some of the salary. And so, I mean, maybe that's how they package it. I'm always been a big fan of like grouping a bad player with good players, so that way you don't have to pay so much in cash considerations. But
I mean, the Brewers could go out and get like, hey, let's make a statement. Let's get James Wood or something like that. They could go out and make a statement or something like that. But I don't think they will. But that's what I would do if I were them. I'm either going like the A's getting Jermaine Dye. I'm going one way or the other. I'm either going, we're going to mess up this one way, or we're going to get John Lester, or we're going the other way, or we're getting Jermaine Dye. Like, I do think they need a move to get over the top, especially mentally with their team.
Let me tell you something. I think every team, if the rumors are true that the Nats are listening to James Wood, listening on James Wood conversations, which I think is completely idiotic. I don't know why you have a guy and you're like, oh, we're going to trade him. He's in pre-arbitration also.
He's third in MVP voting probably right now. Let's get rid of him.
Yeah.
And he's 25.
Yeah. No, he's younger than that. What is he?
23, maybe even 24. I know he's young.
23 years. Yeah. Almost 24. Yeah.
Insane.
I think every team should be on him. So if the Brewers said, hey, we'll go in on, I mean, that would be such a big move. So cool. But I would love for them to get Logan Webb, actually. I think I really like that trade idea.
And the Giants should really consider it. Like, look at the White Sox, right, when they traded Crochet to the Red Sox. Like, I'm not saying there was a 102-win bad team, but it's like you haven't made the playoffs for over 10 years. You know, like at some point, Logan Webb is going to lose his value probably. I mean, maybe not. Maybe he gets better. Maybe he's an Adam Wainwright. But I'm just saying, like, you get this is where you're going to get him. You got another year of contract with him. You have the strike coming up possibly, or at least you're missing games. Like, you need to redo your farm system. Logan Webb isn't going to take you to that level. Revamp it, go from there. If I was the Giants, I just think their fan base is so attached to having a guy that it's really hard for them to let go of somebody like him. It's kind of a weird thing. The Giants aren't like the Cardinals, but they kind of are in this weird way where they love we don't want to be awful. We want to be we at least want to have a person we love. It's very odd. But I would trade him if I was them. And the Brewers would benefit greatly from that.
I think he would do really well in I always want to say Miller Park, but it's no longer Miller Park. It's like American Family Field or something.
No. It's Miller Park. It's Miller Park.
Yeah, it's to the OGs. Yeah, to the guys over 10 years old.
Hey, if we stay in that division, what do you think of PCA Pete Crow Armstrong's MVP case in the National League? You know, I was kind of starting to think that a little bit.
So it's funny. I looked at his stats because someone said Pete Crow Armstrong is the favorite for. We do have some breaking news, actually.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I just got the notification. Per Passan, the Rangers are acquiring right-handed reliever Chase Silseth and catcher Logan O'Hoppe from the Angels.
Okay.
So I don't know who Silseth is, but I think he's a reliever,
I know who
right-handed
Hoppy
reliever.
is.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Nothing big, but I'm glad that they're buying at the deadline.
So that means I'm still one that want to know what the A's do with Heim as a backup catcher. But I think with Langeliers hurt, that will limit his stuff. But continue here where we're at with Pete. So
yeah,
I'll get you right to it, but just to get update. Like, I guess Pete Crow Armstrong, he's taken off here the last 60 games, which has put him in this race. What do you, if you had to go 1 to 10, where do you see his chances here? Like, he's basically right now, it feels like it's him or Ohtani, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's weird. He's got a 6.2 WAR, which is really good. He leads the league in that. 384 on base, 919 OPS, and 154 OPS plus. The weird thing is that like people have said since Ohtani is not pitching, that kind of damages his MVP case, which I think is interesting. But
I want to get into that. Let's save the pitching part of Ohtani, but just focus on Pete Crow Armstrong here.
Yeah,
for a second.
Yeah, I mean he's got 23 home runs, which isn't leading. I think that's actually our board James Wood with 30 or something.
But he's got the best what? Bases. He's got the best what that you love. What? He's got the best WAR. He's got the best.
Oh yeah, it's WAR. What is my saying? I haven't said it in like 5 years now, but WAR, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Man, I'm telling you though, like I kind of like the idea of him right now. I think he's the favorite. The Vegas has him not, but like Ohtani's not going to pitch right now, and so outside of that, I get Ohtani's a great hitter, but if you look at Armstrong's stats, they're just as good as Ohtani's. And you got to agree with me on this. He's a way better defender. Ohtani doesn't even play defense. And and this is where it gets weird for me, where it's like, well, he's a pitcher too. Well, I get that, but like if he's not pitching for 3 months, like I don't know, like if he's not going to pitch the last 3 months of the season, and it's weird for me.
Yeah, because like that's what we've been.
I have a hard time with it, Logan.
That's what we've been hearing for 8 years now with Ohtani is like, oh, he should always win the MVP because he's a pitcher and a hitter, but he hasn't pitched very much in his career. So it's kind of weird. Like, I think that the novelty of the pitcher hitter thing is worn off. And I think, but I mean, Ohtani is one of those guys though, like he may be in the middle of it now. Like he may be close to Armstrong, but he could have a heck of an August and September and just totally, I mean, still end up with 40 home runs, 45 home runs or something, and then 40 stolen bases and then totally go off.
I think the thing for me is that we're seeing a player really develop in Pete Crow Armstrong. Like I kind of was like swing and miss a little bit for me, a little too much, but like his on-base percentage is still good. His slugging percentage, he's stealing, a lot of bases just like Ohtani can, but he's doing that. He's hitting for power, and he plays elite center field defense, which is a lot to ask. And now I'm not saying it's as much of asking your player than to go out and throw 6 innings. It just gets weird with the Cy Young and MVP, and so I'm just saying, like for the first time in a while, it feels like we have a little race with Ohtani.
Yeah,
it's been a while. And that's all. That's all I want to acknowledge at this part. With 2 months left, he's in the running. He it's not like to me here. He like when I look at the odds, Logan, right now, like so right now in the NL, it's Ohtani at -220, Armstrong 190, and then James Wood 28 to 1. And what I guess my point would be in most of the cases, it would be Ohtani and then James Wood. We at least have a guy in the middle now pushing him a little bit. And for me, as a baseball fan, I like that little drama headed into the back end of the season. I like those races.
Well, yeah, and especially because when Shohei was still with the Angels, he had to compete with Aaron Judge, and that was always cool. And then whenever he moved over to the NL, it was like, okay, well, there's no competition. There's no Aaron Judge really in the NL for Ohtani to fight. But I mean, James James Wood is so good too. Like,
Gotta trade him automatic.
I mean,
Easy.
he's leading in all the stats.
Then Jordan Walker 5, but the Cardinals are under 500 now, so I don't think he's lost his mojo there. Right there. I guess I just want to give a little respect to Pete.
No, yeah,
of the year.
Yeah, I think Pete Crow Armstrong is
and the Mets. Really well. What were you doing, Mets?
Yeah,
trade deadline. Javier Baez, was he worth it?
Oh yeah, for Pete Crow, I forget he was in that trade.
And I was doing some research on it. It was like today because just the new we were going to talk about him. Fascinating trade. We should look back at that at one time and deep dive into that trade. The quotes that came out of like the trade leading up, like the day of, are hilarious. Like he's not even thought of as the best player in the trade. It's hilarious to me. So we'll have to deep dive into that trade sometime. But the Mets, you're always going to bet once in a while. So that's what happens. And you got the Cubs. They feeling good. MVP race there with it. It's kind of fun when the Cubs have a player like that too. It is kind of fun. So, and it's hard not to like him. He plays hard. That's the other part about it. He plays really hard as well. So I always respect that stuff. All right. So if you had to say today, is Ohtani by far number one for you, or are you giving Armstrong a chance to wrap this segment up?
I'm giving Armstrong a chance, and I think it's honestly between him and James Wood at this moment. As of right now, on July 29th, I think it's between him and James Wood. Watch, James Wood is going to get traded to an AL team, and then it's going to be back to him. But
him and Nick Kurtz, it's good.
Yeah,
that could happen. Skubal, that was a strikeout today. Fans, standing ovation.
Standing O.
1,000. He's 29. Man, we were talking about Nolan Ryan a little bit. It's kind of funny to think about that. But it's still a great pitcher. I've kind of wrapped my head around this Logan, like really kind of reading a lot of stuff. It just seems like it's inevitable he would be a Dodger. It really does. But with that said, Jeff Passan, who I respect he said 15% a couple days ago.
Yeah.
My guess is as he get closer, he's going to go higher on that radar because he's going to eliminate a few teams. But with that said, I've been saying the Tigers should hold on to him. They're within 5, 6 of the division. Just take your chances and go for it. And I'm not usually a fan of that. I'm not. But that's what I would do with the AL this year because I don't trust the AL. And I think it would give the Tigers some confidence. I think they're going to trade him, though. Where do you think he ends up if it's not the Dodgers? Like, we're getting close here. Monday night's our show. We'll know where he went to. Tiger, Philly, Dodger, Brewer. I mean, a Yankee. Where do you think he ends up?
Man, I don't know. It's weird, like, because he's really I don't want to say the only pitcher, but he's the only real pitcher, like one that you're going into knowing that he's going to be dominant with whatever team he goes to. It was funny. I was, I have the notifications on my Twitter, and someone before the game started between the Tigers, they were like, this could be his last. It's only, I'd say it's about a 70% chance he gets traded after this. And then he exits the game, and then they're up by 7-0. He throws a dominant game, and then the other team, I can't remember who they were playing, comes back and wins 7 or 8-7. And they were like, nope, you know what? It's a 99% chance he gets traded now. So I think he does get traded. My heart.
That's for me why it gets hard, because it's like this hard.
Yeah. My heart says I want him to go to the Brewers. Because nice. I just
CC right there.
But
man, that would be nice.
I don't think the Dodgers have the prettier package.
They have 9 guys in the top 100, more than any other team.
Do they still? Okay.
Well, that according to the source I saw a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Maybe
it doesn't mean every scout's the same. This is what I saw. Yeah.
So maybe they do have the guys. man, I can't say any other team though. I would love for the Mariners to go after him, but they don't really need it.
That's why it's kind of a weird deal for me. I think that's why the Tigers are in a weird spot because they're really. It's not like you're gigantically out of the division. I mean, 5.5 is a lot. I get it, but that's manageable. I would say with 53 games left, 55 games left, it's manageable.
Yeah, maybe the Rangers. Maybe the Rangers pull the plug, or
that would be a team that would be could definitely benefit from. But you haven't heard them in it.
Yeah.
We'll see if they become one.
Hey, they just got a reliever and a catcher, so I mean, World Series bound.
Oh, hoppy up. It's interesting. Monday will be an interesting day. He'll be the biggest name here with it. I think, again, I'm thinking Dodgers. So if it's not them, I'm kind of shocked. Maybe the Braves would be the other team. I don't know, but that would be kind of a far fetch for me too.
The Padres trade for him.
The Pirates. They did it.
The Pirates. That would be cool.
We're gonna go 4.5 a season here.
By the way, I saw something. This is a couple hours old, but it said that the Yankees and other teams are inquiring about Adley Rutschman trade talks. So many teams are checking on 3-time All-Star switch hitting catcher Adley Rutschman. And then it talks about the Yankees.
It's kind of funny to think about the Orioles because they beat the Tigers today in 12 innings on Skubal's start, and they now are one game better than the Tigers. It's just kind of funny. Like if we're the Orioles, we're like, you're still in it. Let's go. Yeah, so the division obviously makes all the difference in that.
Yeah.
Deadline's going to be fun Monday. When we do our show Monday, it'll be fun to see what's happened. Like, me and you we kind of been starting with this in the summer. It's like we talk about guys that are good. Skubal's been on that list since January, so it'll be interesting to see what actually happens with him now that we're at that point in the season.
Adley Rutschman to the Yankees would be so cool, but
I can see them getting like Jonah Heim from the A's, somebody a little smaller.
No, I think they want they've been saying like Hunter Goodman or Ryan Jeffers. So Adley Rutschman, I think that's smart of the Orioles to go after Adley Rutschman. Who?
Goodman be a great trade.
Yeah.
And that seems more realistic because it's not in division.
Yeah.
You like Goodman or Richardson more?
Man, Goodman, he's been so good. He's probably the best offensive catcher right now. Adley Rutschman,
they need offense.
Yeah. Adley Rutschman, though, he's been there. He's been with the Orioles since they were when they were good, and he knows how to handle pitchers. And so I can appreciate that a little bit more. And not that I'm knocking Hunter Goodman's defense. Yeah. Don't start with me. But Hunter Goodman, he is with the Rockies, so you don't know what he's going to be like out of Coors Field for an extended period of time. You don't know how he handles pitchers, and honestly, the Yankees can't really gamble on a guy's iffy defense, and so.
Well, and I feel like you did a great job as a co-host going into my next subject, which is the Yankees. Can they win with all these injuries? Talking Goodman, they might need to trade them. Bellinger goes out for 4 to 6 weeks with a hamstring. You hate to hear the 4 to 6 weeks. Judge, let's be honest, who really knows? Rib, that's never a good area that you want a hitter to get hurt in.
Yeah.
Fried coming back from injury was great. Yes, versus the White Sox, so some kind of mix, but you expect him to still be decent. Rondon's supposed to come back here shortly, but that's Rondon as well. A lot of question marks for the Yankees. Bellinger has been steady for them. The defense now will go down a little bit. They're not playing good baseball over the last 3 weeks. Volpe's dropping pop-ups to win games. Where do you see the Yankees now after all these injuries? Can they swing back and get the Rays, or is this the Rays? Like, if you're the Rays, you got to think this is our time, right? Like, this is it.
You'd say that about the Rays, but then they don't do anything at the deadline. So,
but even the guys on the team just win now. Yeah. They're hurt as hell over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Yankees could. They do have a lot of holes. They probably need to get a backup outfielder to replace um, Bellinger and Judge for the time being. Maybe Herrera and Nootbaar from the Cardinals. But Herrera doesn't really take care of your catching needs, but he does fill a right-handed left fielder role, so that's good for them. Nootbaar is fast; he's good. They both got a couple of years on their contracts left. Man, yeah, I don't know. It seems like they have a lot of holes, but last year they had a lot of holes at the deadline, and then they got Bednar, Doval, Caballero,
Duvall.
Rosario. They had, and McMahon. They had like 6 trades that they did, and it was beautiful. So I don't know if they're actually willing to go in and get.
Come on, be aggressive with me. I can't hold it in. What do you think? Is this team gonna go full out?
Yes.
Or are they gonna go? Let's go middle of the road. Come on, Logan.
No, they're gonna go. They're gonna go all in. I think they have to
play.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
I agree. I agree.
I know it. I remember Jake Jake from John Boy Media. He said, what was it? Adding Carrick Skubal would be awesome, but it's like it's adding a cherry on. It's just not necessary. I think they have Cole, they have Schlittler, they have Rodon who's coming back, Fried, Warren, and who's the other
Rondon. I gotcha. I think he's not going to be there much longer. Maybe on the team, but he's not going to be the starting rotation. He's definitely not going to be in the playoff rotation if they can avoid it.
I think he's a relief pitcher at this point, and which it's not a bad thing. They need relief pitching, so
yeah, but he's not a starter. If he's like your third starter, you're in trouble.
But think about this: a well-rested Bellinger and Judge coming back mid-September, and then they just go off.
This is the NBA. Well rested doesn't matter. You need reps.
That's what the Dodgers do, though. They're like, oh, it doesn't matter if Blake Snell is injured. 110 games out of the season. We just want him for the 3 games we have. Yeah.
Well, if the Yankees want to be like the Dodgers, then they might need to trade for a guy like Skubal because that's what you'll need. Last year, if they needed 4 starters to win a World Series, that's what they needed. They needed that.
That is true.
We'll see what they do there.
Maybe Rodon is in play. Maybe they say, hey, we'll get rid of Rodon.
Lindor.
No. Gosh.
That's almost my next segment.
They do need a shortstop, so.
You don't like Volpe? Come on.
Let me tell you something. When he dropped that fly ball the other day, I thought, oh my gosh, he's never going to be able to walk in New York again. Like
if I'm the Yankees, I'm hitting up the Angels and say, what do you need for Neto? This isn't like the highest guy. Like, what do you need? You guys suck. Is there a prospect we can give or something like that? Without going star level, that's the guy I would hit up.
That's actually a really good that's a really good pick right there. And they have some good relievers too that you could grab. Maybe get Joe Adele. There's a couple of guys that the Angels actually have a sneaky good
but they can't win.
Trade.
Logan.
Yeah. They have some good guys on their team that they can trade. And John Mozeliak probably sees that and says, hey, this is what we should do, which is trade a whole bunch of guys and rebuild.
The Yankees are in a fascinating spot with the deadline right away. So I kind of wanted to, obviously we talked about them too, Bellinger, Judge. It looks like Judge will be back around September. It looks like that first week of September is when they'll try to, like right now.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with any setbacks there. Bellinger, at best is back a week or two before the playoffs, at best. So if it's a month, 6 weeks, hamstrings are never good. So you never want a hamstring to be there with it. That can last forever with it. So they were kind of on my mind this week, Logan. And then I was thinking, like, all right, you were talking about Lindor, like fun Lindor Marte trades in the sense of like, Lindor to the Yankees for Volpe and some other prospects would be great. That would be fun to see. I would love to see like a Volpe to the Diamondbacks, or not to the Diamondbacks, to the Phillies. I'd love to see something like that. Move a Turner over to second base. I'd love to see something like that. Like go Fulton. That would be a fun one for me. Just in terms of like seeing like random stuff out there with it. And then the other one, like with Marte, I think it'd be great to have him on like the Red Sox or something like that. Like I think he'd be like a great Red Sox hitter. That park seems like it would play to him.
Yeah. That
would be where I would go with Marte in a trade like that. Anything for you that stand out with any of those guys? I would even be willing to do Marte to the Rangers. I think that'd be a good trade as well if I was the Rangers too.
Well, he's a second baseman who can also do utility work.
Not following your team on Instagram, that's a big deal, Logan. So he did follow.
Oh, he's not following.
A big deal.
Oh man, it's officially over. Man, like he can play center field, he can play third base. Man, the Red Sox getting Ketel Marte would be awesome. The thing is that the Red Sox probably need to offload Trevor Story. They have not a lot of bad contracts, but they have a couple bad contracts that they should get rid of. So Marte, I think, is really cool for them. I don't know who they would get in return because, the Diamondbacks are still trying to get – I feel like they're not necessarily buyers, but they're not necessarily sellers either.
They got to be buyers at this point, though.
Diamondbacks?
If I was to choose, I would be more – I would either play it status quo or buy it. Can I – back to Lindor just real quick before I get my train of thought. The best team for him, like when I looked at all the teams, like boom, 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 like you go through the list, like not even contract, you just it's the Guardians. It's the team he played for originally. Yeah. Like honestly, and like if this was like 1925, he's never leaving them.
Yeah,
like this is where he should be. Him and Ramirez, like that is where they should be together. Like, and I'm not saying they're going to get him back. It's funny looking back. Like, that's the team he should be on, Logan. Like, that should be the team he should have been developing with. Like, not the Mets at the end of the day, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And you see it in a year like this. You're like, this is the team. They're still right there, and they need this guy to get over the top, but they're cheap enough where they can't sign him. Like, that's the duo.
But he is making more money than J-Ram, so that's always a hard pill to swallow. Like, your best player on the team is the second most paid. I'm not saying that would be a deterrent. From a baseball
standpoint, right? Like honestly, like right now, like the Guardians could use him. Trade him there. He gets to go back on the guard. Like, get some offense. He's in a comfortable spot. That's where I'd love to see him. I know it's not happening though.
Man, he's 32 years old and he's already showing signs of regress. And
injury.
He's got a contract through 2031. Man, that's such a. The
Mets would have to eat half of it at minimum.
That's a big hit right there. So that's kind of the weird thing is like, I don't think the Mets would necessarily care about paying, but it's such a gut punch too. And then, Lindor and we talk about, we've already covered
Brian, my friend Brian here is a big A's fan. Brian, if you're listening, Real quick, Logan, he'll get off. So I want to ask while you're here. Then we'll get back to it.
Yeah.
Should the A's fire Mark Kotze? He wants to know? He's been at my buddy Brian here.
He wants to know the
A's,
manager.
Should they fire Mark Kotze?
No.
Why? Terrible.
They're a terrible team. Why would you fire the manager when? I mean, if they were good, then fine. But I mean,
come on, Brian, fire Kotze. We need him fire. No. Yes, definitely. I love it.
Why? You think firing the manager is going to automatically make them a 90-win team or something?
We thought they were going to be better this year. They have been uncompetitive in the month of June, July.
But I mean, we've been saying this since the offseason that bullpen and that rotation is awful.
Brian Johnson, I did send you that at the beginning of the year, so that does give Logan a little bail out there. We do like Jump. We love Mr. Gage Jump. We love him there at that. Brian, get in the comments here. We want to finish. We're going to finish the baseballs. The A's are getting ready to take on the Red Sox for Game 3 tonight. They can go for the series win over in Sacramento tonight. Brian, my big A's. I used to go to Brian with A's games back in the day. We've probably been to 100 games together, me and him. So we went to Red Sox A's Game 5, and he always gives me a bad time because back then in 2004, I was very, what do you call Logan? Too
outgoing.
No, what's the thing when you superstitious? I was a little too super. All right, so I was a little, and so I drove my 1972 Dodge Dart to Game 5. Like me and him barely made it there in this car that made it to the game, Oakland Coliseum. The A's lose on a Derek Lowe strikeout. Derek Lowe famously gives the A's the suck it sign after he strikes them out. I'm like, Brian, I can't leave right now. I don't want to sit through traffic. I'm too pissed off. I make him sit in the Oakland A's Coliseum parking lot listening to Monday Night Football for about 2.5 hours, and nobody's left in the parking lot. And then we leave to go home from the Coliseum, and that was the guy. I made Brian. Brian's a good soldier out there. He's been with me that day, so he feels me on that side with it. Good. You got to be watching with it, other Brian. But yeah, so we're talking that with it, but. I don't know. Logan, kind of back to what we were talking with the Guardians and Lindor.
Yeah. It
does seem like it would be a stretch, but it does seem like to me where I'm like, that would probably be the best fit if he was with the Guardians right now.
Well, I mean, I was saying Lindor, he's kind of regressed as a hitter. I mean, yeah, he was MVP 2 years ago. He's got a big contract that's probably going to bite you in the butt in 1 year, 2 years. But also, we talk about Tatis and Machado being, hard to kind of be teammates with. Lindor kind of sounds like he's a problem too. Going back, the past 6 years, I mean, he had a thing with who's your star second baseman from the Mets?
Jeff
McNeil. They got into a fight. Remember we saw a raccoon in the tunnel incident. There was reasons why the Mets traded Nimmo because of some things between Lindor and Nimmo. There was a couple other things, and I don't know if
Logan, is Steve Cohen one of the worst owners in the first 5 years? I mean, he traded Pete Crow Armstrong, signed Lindor, signed Soto. I'm not saying these things might not work out, but he seemed to be the definition of I got a new toy. Yeah.
I don't think it's
weird.
I don't think it's necessarily his fault though.
I think paid a Soto.
Yeah, right. Yeah, to Soto, yeah. But I mean, Soto has not been bad for them. I mean, he started off really rocky and kind of started talking crap.
It's just a lot of money to give to a guy when you know your piece is away.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I think it's general manager. I think, why are you trading for Luis Robert? Why are you trading for who was the
other
guys? Bo Bichette. I mean, Simeon.
Who was the guy from the Mariners? Polanco.
Oh yeah, Polanco. Who's been? I mean, but Polanco was never going to be your that guy was never going to give
They
you
gave
30
him
home
10
runs.
million a year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not horrible, but it was not going to put you over the edge. He's not one of those guys. He's one of those guys that you put in like when you have 7 really good hitters, and then you're like, oh yeah, Polanco really fits here too.
For 10 million, he better be better than that. For 10 million a year, he better be better than that.
Yeah. But like, I mean, looking back, like Starling Marte, they got Justin Verlander and then traded him halfway through the season. They had Max Scherzer and then traded him a year and a half into the season, and then they still had to eat the money for Verlander and Scherzer. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I think Cohen needs a more maybe AJ Preller type where they're aggressive, but they're also smart with the moves that they're making. Of course, AJ Preller is not really looking like he's a genius anymore.
No, he's not. He's not. On that note, sell or buy for the Padres.
Sell.
They win today again.
No.
You're selling.
Selling.
Mason Miller's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, Mason Miller, I think, should be gone.
Try to at least get back. They won't be able to get the number 2 prospect in the country or in the MLB back,
right.
But you might be able to get at least top 15. So you might as well try that, right?
Yeah, I think that's always a good. Yeah, I think that's good. I think.
But they're only a game and a half out of the wild card, Logan.
Yeah, but are they going to do anything in the wild card? That's the thing is, to me, I'm like, with this team that the Padres have, do they actually stand a chance in the playoffs? To me, I don't think so.
The pitching is not there, and the hitting.
No.
They have the worst hitting. Like I thought it was a fascinating stat. They have the worst first inning average out of any team in Major League Baseball, which tells you because usually your first, second, and third hitters are your best. Like they have the worst. Like they have like one of the best. I think 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
But it's like in baseball, getting off to a lead is pretty damn important. So like you like that's kind of crazy to me. And like Machado, Tatis, Cronenworth, Bogarts, whatever. Like, I mean, Bogarts, they would love to get off that contract, but
yeah.
I don't think they can go. I don't think they can go for it. I think they either stay where they're at or they just totally give in. But like you said, like nobody's taking Tatis right now. I don't think nobody's taking Machado. Nobody's taking Bogarts. Miller's the guy. If they take Miller, you're like, please take Bogarts. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think Ty France is someone who's going to draw a lot of trade interest, not necessarily as an everyday guy. What do you think about Jackson Merrill?
Oh, man.
He's kind of having a down year.
Yeah, but if you're not trading the older guys, I think, okay, we'll give up Miller. We'll give up Miller and Merrill. Then to your fan base, it's like, great, we still have Machado for 9 years. We still have I think they need to get off one of those big contracts. And Merrill's a guy you can at least – they signed him, but they can at least build off that contract. I think Miller should be automatic. They're trading him.
Yeah, I think that's a given.
He's good. He's great.
Man.
But, like, you trade closers. You do.
Right.
You trade them. Now, they gave up a ton. When the A's made that trade last year, I was like, I can't hate him for getting this number. Like they can't hate him for getting the number 2 prospect in Major League Baseball. Like you just can't hate a team for doing that, whether that turns out well or good or not. But the A's weren't going anywhere. You might as well take a chance on that guy, and it seems like it's going to work out. You do that. Like I said, the Giants with Logan Webb, you should take the chance. The Padres, you're not winning the World Series. You agree with that? Trade them.
Yeah,
you're not even making the NLCS.
Yeah. I mean, Xander. Good Lord, Xander Bogaerts. I don't know. Like, how much is he getting paid?
A ton. I think it's like $28 million a year.
Oh gosh, that just hurts me.
He was good with the Red Sox. The Red Sox, which is funny because the Red Sox signed Story, right? Which is kind of funny. It's not like they really got anything out of it.
Oh man, he's getting paid $25 a year until 2033 when he's 40.
Unreal. Nobody wants that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is like you got to pay a big chunk for like a Lindor contract, Bogart's contract, a Machado contract.
A Machado, from the Padres standpoint, you've probably got your money's worth in the sense of you've had some playoff runs. He's your all-time leader in home runs. You've at least had some good years, but
yeah,
the Bogarts one's going to go down as one of the worst contracts they've signed in a while.
Yeah,
that's just the reality of it. But if you're them, it's like you need to trade Miller. Like you got he's the guy you're going to get the most stuff for. So, and you need to replenish that farm system. I mean, you guys can develop that players. We can see that. So
yeah.
I'm selling it on the Padres. Full stop.
Yeah, I think they should. I guess my like what I'm trying to figure out right now is there a possibility that they can trade a Bogarts or a Tatis or one of those bigger contracts at the deadline when you have
to attach something to it.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to pay a minimum 50%.
Yeah. And with those kinds of trades, those are those are very complicated to do, especially when you're in the middle of trade season, and
it would have to be a team you probably already had conversations with.
Yeah, and so
but
that's
who wants
kind of
Bogarts. Nobody wants Bogarts.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
I mean, but like
he sucks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I mean,
That's
he
the
was really
problem.
good with the Red Sox. So, like, is it because he came to the Padres, or
But I just wouldn't want to take that contract for that many years.
No, I get that. Yeah,
like I'd have to get some guarantee. Like if it was 1 year, I'd be like, sure, maybe I get lucky.
Yeah,
but I'm not doing it at that point. I just
I'm
selling. It sounds like you're selling with the Padres too.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. It would be cool to get rid of Xander Bogaerts, but it also would be highly unlikely to get rid of him at the deadline. I think Tatis would be cool, though. Man, getting rid of Tatis, turn to Yankee, that would be awesome.
I think Tatis Yankee would be fun to watch, too. I think I'd be good with that.
I think he would thrive in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I think that I kind of randomly see him as this is a weird team. I see him as a Cub a little bit too, so that'd be kind of interesting for me to see him as a Cub. I don't think it will happen in season at all. Padres got a lot on the line. When we get to Monday, when we talk Monday, Tigers, Padres, they're going to be high on the list in terms of what dictates Giants, what dictates the trade deadline, because the Giants have arrived. They have Ray, they have Chapman. Like there's some so those are the teams that are going to really make a big difference. Before I get to trivia with you, I was curious. Okay, ABS, we're 105 games in, let's say right now, right, for most teams.
Yeah.
First year we've done it. We talked about it a lot in the offseason. Fan of how we've done it. But if you're a team, like I watched the Giants the other day against the Angels. Like they were down by 3. They had a runner on first. It was 4-1, right? So they're down by 3. A 3-0 count. Adames takes an inside strike, very close. He hits the helmet. Worth a challenge, right? Worth a challenge. It ends up being a strike. 2 outs later, they have a guy out first and second. They get a base hit, doubles, 4-3 now, right? So no challenges left though. Ramos is out. He gets called on a called out strike 3, inside pitch. Would have been a ball if he challenged, but they had no challenges left. Kind of curious for you now, looking back at the ABS challenge, where do you look at it as in terms of should teams just automatically wait till the 9th inning? Do you trust your hitters in the 3rd inning? We've seen variations. We've seen guys even do it on the second pitch. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a playoff thing yet because that's gonna be a big deal.
Yeah.
But just in terms of the regular season, 100 games in, anything you've noted, like strategy-wise, that teams should take into place or anything?
I mean, there are it's becoming evident there are players who should be challenging, and then there are players who shouldn't be challenging.
If you get a whole ball of the strike zone by 2, you should be out of the
and apparently I didn't know this. There's a fine if the ball is just egregiously in the zone and you challenge it, like full
That's
on
probably
in the
not for
zone.
every team, though, right?
Apparently, it's a fine for the player.
For every team?
Yeah, it's from MLB.
Oh,
So
they don't want you. But why does it matter? You only get 2. Who cares? It's not like wasting time.
I don't know. I guess it's a waste of time, and it's
It's like
just
getting a ticket. Yeah, you got $25 fine. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you got it wrong.
Yeah, I it's interesting. I think players should be. There are players who there's distinctions now. I'm okay. Guys like Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, if they challenged,
But yeah,
if they challenged every at bat, I'm okay with that because they have better eyes than the umpire, honestly.
but you know where we're going with this.
Yeah, yeah, and so that's kind of my issue. Is like, I love the ABS. I think it's really good for baseball. I think they have it timed in the sense of like, it takes 5 seconds, it's over, and then the game still. I mean, it adds 5 minutes to the game. No one's going to notice that. My issue is if you ran out of your 2 strikes and then Aaron Judge gets called there's a called strike that's about 2 feet above the zone, which is hard to think about with Aaron Judge, but
Yeah,
and then he can't challenge that. It's like, oh, you get 2 free passes, and then the rest you're just at the mercy of the umps. I think that's kind of the issue. Is like you're gonna have to figure out how to juggle that. How to say, well, you can challenge 2 pitches, but if you're wrong, then you're just screwed for the rest of the game. And so,
and I wouldn't want there honestly to be a lot more.
yeah, John Boy said about do 2 challenges an inning. That scares me.
That really scares me.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's like maybe after the 7th inning, you get like two more challenges.
Wouldn't you say these umpires are pretty good though, for the most part, after watching it?
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah,
I'm not saying there's some bad ones. I'm just saying
yeah. I mean, like, there's somewhere I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they missed that or they got that,
Yeah.
and so. But
no, there's bad ones. I bet sometimes I'm like, that's pretty damn good.
Maybe they should change the rule, like whenever that female umpire is calling balls and strikes, like they get unlimited challenges, and then
they get an unlimited amount. Is that where it
yeah, it's like every pitch. It's just like, hey, let's just let the ABS call this game.
I'm sure people are a fan of that one over there.
Yeah,
it's been interesting.
There's definitely places that you need to go with it to address it, but I'm a big fan of it. I think it's cool to find the, like we talked about this a couple months ago, catchers, they'll catch the ball in the zone and then they'll pull it out of the zone. So that way, whenever the batter turns around, they're like, oh, it's out. So they'll challenge and then they'll waste the challenge because it's right down the middle. I think that's cool. I think catchers need to learn to evolve a little bit more with the pitch framing. Understand that the original pitch framing is gone, but it's no longer trying to fake out the umpire. It's trying to fake out the batter. And so I think that's always cool. I think if catchers understood that.
I'm with you. I think that's actually a good angle. Is before, like you said, the catcher's trying to fool the umpire.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to fool the batter. And so there is a good. So I thought like 100 games in, I think I'm still very fascinated with the playoff aspect of this. It's going to be interesting. Like, so
it's going to be scary.
And to be honest, 2 months away, I'm like, I'm never looking forward to school starting because my job gets harder, but I'm looking forward to. I always know that means that the playoffs are right around the corner, and I love. You don't get Darren Bryer more fired up than you get MLB playoffs, and so I'm looking forward to that. That's where I'm at with it.
Do you think that they should extend like the challenge rule to like 4 challenges a game, or something like that for the playoffs?
Man, my biggest fear is, remember I told you this at the beginning of the year, is that it's just going to keep going up in challenges,
Yeah.
like every sport does. And so I think eventually we'll go that way. I think it's fine the way it is. I think it's you get 2 challenges, you get it right, you get it back. If you get I'm good with the 2 that they have right now. That's why I think it's kind of funny is how do teams learn to adapt to it?
Yeah.
Like where do you challenge it? And
but do you know what's going to happen in the playoffs though?
What?
And you mark this down because I am 100% confident in this happening.
All right.
So a team will be down or whatever, and they'll have used both of their challenges. 9th inning, bases loaded. They're down by 2 or something, and it's a 3-2 pitch, right, like 2 feet above the plate. The umpire calls it a strike. And the batter is like, what the heck? And then do you know what we're going to get is a bunch of fans being like, we should have like an all-time challenge system or something.
No,
like
I don't want it to be the NBA. I've said that. The NBA, they have the last, I think I did a short on that. It's like, I don't want the last 2 minutes where it's like, we get to review it. No. I don't want the MLB to ever like, 7th inning through 9th inning, we get to review it. Like, no, that slows the game down so much.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, there's going to be something like that happens, and then there's going to be fans trying to overcorrect, saying, always have a challenge available.
Don't do
it. It's going to happen. And so
that's my fear. That's my fear.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll be dead, but that will be.
And I think honestly, like having 2 challenges, 1st through 6th inning, having 2 challenges, and then 7th inning to 9th inning, it resets to another 2. I think that would be fair. I think that would be fine.
I think that I would be good with that. I'd be good with that. But
I think that's the middle ground.
If you said we get no change, and like Daren, I'd be okay with 3, but I'd be afraid by going by 3, you're going to get 4.
Right. And that's what.
That's
and
where
that's what I'm kind of worried about is like, I don't want to have, the last, the drama of the last inning, the last 2-3 innings be tainted by just a whole bunch of reviews after every pitch. That's going to that's going to be horrible.
I'm a big NBA guy, but it's kind of what hurt a little bit for me too when I'm watching these games. I'm like, God, another review. Even NFL for that matter. Like I love the NFL, but it's like, oh God. It's like,
and the problem with the NBA and NFL thing was that like every time there was a timeout, there was a commercial. So you had like you would watch one play. That's what killed me with the NFL was that like in the last 2 minutes, it would just drag on forever and ever because you would have a timeout or a challenge, and then they would go to commercial, and then they would finally come up with a thing. They would do another play and then another review. And then they would kick it, and then there was another commercial. And so it was just commercial. With baseball, I don't think you really get that because they do 1 an inning or one every pitching change.
Hey, before I get to trivia, just because you were talking about that made me think, like, what is there because I was watching the Cardinals-Cubs game yesterday where the Cubs put it to the Cardinals. But I was watching the post game on TBS with Dusty Baker, Pedro, and enjoyed that and stuff. Like, baseball needs a little bit more to that though too. They need some like guys at the end of a big game, like, fans want to listen to these guys talk. Like I told you to check out Matt Barnes' podcast on it was a random basketball player, but he is great. He did Cecil Fielder the other day, and that was a great one I listened to. Like
Cecil.
Like they just need like I like the TBS one with Granderson, Rollins. Yeah, and they have Dusty on there. Like I like that, but I feel like baseball needs a little bit more of that. To kind of, I don't know. That would be one thing. Do you like the TBS crew? Do you like any post game crew?
Not necessarily.
Votto, I like actually. By the way, too, I like Votto.
Yeah, Votto. I think Votto is really good. But I'm thinking like we do have that. Like like the NBA has Charles Barkley and Shaq and
Smith, Kenny Smith.
Yeah, so some of those guys, but the MLB doesn't really have that. Votto would be a great addition. Like. No one really cares about Curtis Granderson's opinion.
Like get Votto, Rollins, and Pedro on there. That's some good. That's
I think even Anthony Rizzo. I think Anthony Rizzo was really cool too.
Yeah, he'd be good too.
But they have that with MLB Tonight on MLB Network with Greg Amsinger and Dan Plesac and some of those other guys.
Yeah, Harold Reynolds. Too.
Harold Reynolds.
He was just on that podcast too. I've been trying to get you on it. You got to check it out.
I watched that part. I watched a clip of that. And so, I think that's really cool. The thing is that not everyone has MLB Network. So, they definitely do need a TBS version. But, I don't know.
It's good stuff. I just like the post game of it. Saw it last night. It was good stuff. All right, here's my trivia for you tonight. Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, like, the NBA, the thing is that, like, you have so many charismatic guys in the NBA who played in the NBA. Baseball, it's a lot different. You have a lot of quiet guys, and then the guys who are a lot more funny are the ones who are horrible at baseball. So it's kind of
like a Pedro to me is good. Because he's kind of quirky. He's a little different. And then you have a guy like, I know Fox has Big Papi, but like Votto and Votto is an MVP. He'd be a good guest. And like Rizzo, like maybe right there, but like Kenny Smith is right. It's like you can't always get like your top guys to be there with it. But
Adam Wainwright.
Adam Wainwright. But I just think I enjoy baseball with that, and I hope they kind of keep feeding into some of that stuff with it along the way. All right, here's my trivia for you this week.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
It's not a player, but it's like I thought it'd be challenging. Okay, if you had to get what league do you know better, the NL or the AL?
NL.
All right, so I'm going to try to challenge you from 2001 to 2005.
Crap.
Who was in the NLCS in 2001?
NLCS.
Who were the two teams who played in the NLCS?
Oh, that's Diamondbacks and Cardinals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it not Cardinals? They were in the DS.
Who did he throw a perfect game against? Randy.
Oh.
Who did Randy throw a perfect game?
Oh, wow. Oh, man, the Diamondbacks.
You're right about the Diamondbacks. They played the Yankees.
Oh, I'm thinking 2002.
A perfect game against this team.
Oh, man. I don't want to say
They're
Giants.
Always good. They're always good. They're always good. Always good. Every year you can count on the team beat up.
So
every
year they're not always good.
No, it means they're
the
always
Braves?
Good.
The Braves?
2001. How about 2002? Who was the NLCS matchup?
That's Giants and Diamondbacks.
No, Giants and
it's Cardinals. No,
Cardinals. There you go. There you go. Yep. 2002. How about 2000? If you had to guess.
Oh, this
is the famous.
That's Cubs and Marlins.
Thank you. Bartman, right?
You know what's funny? I'm watching this show, The Bear. I'm finally getting on board with that show, and they told this story. They're like, about the chef, and they're like, do you know? I can't remember, but it's a shortstop of the 2003 Cubs, and I'm like, and they're like, he's the reason why the Cubs lost the NLCS that year because he fumbled the ball and then but no one blames him because a couple plays earlier was Steve Bartman, and I was like, oh, I know this story, and it was funny. I was like, oh yeah. Anyways, 2004.
I respect the show.
Huh?
Come on,
you respect the show now? That's Cardinals.
Because of that, because Gonzalez should get more hatred. I've always said
he
that.
Should. Well, and the team just completely fumbled, but yeah.
Yes, they did. 2004 at LCS. Who's that?
That's Cardinals and.
Yep.
Oh,
come on.
Why do I want to? Oh, Mets. Come on, no, it's not the Mets.
I thought this was automatic for you.
I told you I erased 2004 from my memory.
It's a team that Josh loves very deeply.
Oh,
it is the Cardinals. It is the Cardinals.
Oh, the Cardinals and the Astros.
Yep, 2004.
Oh my gosh!
All right, I see. Now I know where I can get Logan. Some playoff series, not players. Players will dominate. Okay. 2005 NLCS. Get you have fun with that one.
NLCS. Oh man, that was the Cardinals, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And
that was also the Astros.
there you go. Trick question. He gets the hardest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
2005.
Yeah, that was the year of Albert's moonshot that destroyed Lidge. So
yeah, that was when they crushed his soul there on that one.
hey,
all right. Yeah,
can I take a quick detour, 5-minute detour?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to ask you, obviously we talked about like 5-6 teams that will be buyers or sellers at the deadline. I wanted to just run and see if what you thought about like some of these random teams. So like Mariners, do you think they're buyers or sellers?
I think they're buyers.
Astros?
I think they're low buyers. I mean, they're just going to go after like minimal stuff. I don't think they're full buyers.
I think they're sellers. I think Mariners are buyers, funny enough, though. And the Astros are ahead of them, too. Let's see. Twins. They said they're buyers going in, but
I think with the Buxton injury, that changes things. I think they're sellers.
Okay. Blue Jays, you'd agree that they're sellers. Orioles, sellers. Red Sox, do you think that – what kind of buyer do you think they are?
I think they might go a little farther than I thought.
Okay.
I think they might go a little bit more. I could see them saying, okay, we've had the winning streak. We got the closer. Whitlock's been great as the 8th inning guy. I mean, they have the bullpen anybody wants in the playoffs. If I were them, I'd take a chance.
What about Skubal to the Red Sox? That's an idea.
But what's with Crochet? Is he healthy yet?
I don't know where they're at.
That's a killer for them.
Yeah. Let's see. Crochet injury. It's looking more like Red Sox won't see them again this season. Roman Anthony and Garrett Crochet.
Yeah, so that I would still buy if that was them though.
Okay.
I wouldn't sell Chapman if I were them.
Chapman? Yeah, no. I think that's out the window. Padres, Diamondbacks?
If I were them, I'm definitely selling.
Okay. Marlins.
Marlins should be selling too.
Yeah. It's funny, like last week, we were like, you know what? They may be good. And then they went on a 10-game losing.
12 games, both
12 games, yeah.
Yeah, they did it past our show.
Yeah. Gosh, it was horrible. And then last one, Pirates.
I'm buying.
Yeah.
You got a chance.
I want them to buy. I'm high on them. I would love them. They're ahead of the Cardinals. They're 55 and 54. I don't know where they are in the wild card. They're
right there.
Yeah. They're behind the Padres. They're 2 games out. Cubs, Diamondbacks, and Phillies have the
you got to, at some point, you have to get over 500 even as a franchise, like just to matter. Yeah. Like you're buying. Like I'm not saying you're going Skubal big or something like that, but right. I mean you're buying. You're not selling off talent. You shouldn't. Yeah. I mean, unless it's like, oh, I'm giving up this small guy for a big. Like you're just not like. Yeah. And that's what's going to be interesting about come Monday is like where we'll have the results. We'll know where. We'll have the grades for where these teams are. So I always look forward to that Monday because it tells us. And the deadlines are really late this year. I can't remember it ever being August 3rd.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird for sure.
Because usually it'd be by now.
Well, it's weird also, like the season starts in March and it starts earlier, but for some reason the deadline is later.
It's an odd deal for me with the way they've had that set up. When I heard August 3rd, I was like, what? Because I remember the famous like September 1st, like, oh, if you get somebody past September 1st, they're not eligible for the playoff roster. Yeah. Like there was all these kind of. So it's kind of interesting, like for me, where they're at with it. So for me and you, Monday when we talk, it's going to be very interesting where a lot of these teams lie. And so it'll be a different conversation. We'll have a lot of deals to get over there. Hey, here's a flashback video for you.
Yeah.
Randy Johnson, we talked about him a little bit. He's pictured in San Francisco. I forgot about this video, but maybe you remember it. But here we go. He's known for the strikeouts, right, Logan? The heater, the slider. So here's Randy Johnson.
I mean, that give a young hitter a lot of confidence. And as the horn went off, Johnson lobbed one, and it's a called strike. Watch this. This is awesome.
The horn. Wow, the horn goes off. And, there it is. Lob it up. Lob it up. There's like, I love it. I mean, Logan Stone, that's as good as it gets, right? Like I forgot 2008. It was like, the Ephus. Oh, Freddie Lewis, Freddie Giants fans. That's who's hitting right there for the Giants. Shout out Freddie Lewis. Supposed to be a good Giants prospect. The Ephus pitch, like, you know what I mean? Like nothing. Like if you're out there as a lefty, like that's the pitch you want to hit. Come on,
that's the pitch that ruined Freddie Lewis's career right there.
I thought that was funny. I thought that was a funny one. Next week on the show. Or go ahead.
I was going to say, I forget that Randy Johnson went back to the Diamondbacks after the Yankees. I thought he went from the Yankees to the – yeah, I thought he went to from the Yankees to the Giants. But
next week when we do trade deadline, I'm going to have some stuff for you. I've already kind of been researching it, like some big deadline deals that worked out, did not work out. I'll have some stuff for you kind of midweek I kind of want you to think about, but – trade deadline to me always brings a lot of history. As a kid growing up, you always loved the deadline. Randy Johnson going to the Astros. You have these big deals that happen where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened for 1 year. Like, so I'll have some stuff for you. Hopefully you'll have some deadline deals too that maybe either nostalgic or just meant something to you.
I have a couple because this is kind of a secret. Like, I love revisiting trades, so
me too.
I'm gonna go off on this one.
So let's maybe plan on giving me 3, 4, 5, some of like trades that really matter to you. I'll do the same on my end. I think Tyler might join us on a Monday night too, just to talk a little baseball as well. See what his Giants do in a big deadline. They have a lot of guys that are available too. So Logan, good show tonight, but I'll be honest, I'm looking forward to Monday night. I'll be honest.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas. I love it.
It's Christmas there.
You know what's going to suck though is that we're going to start getting trades on Friday, and we're going to have to hold in our thoughts until Monday.
Well, we might have to do a breaking news pod. We might have to do a little breaking news. We'll
tend to be with the good time.
Well, if there's some big stuff, I mean, we will see if we can connect to make that happen. But yeah, a lot of stuff on the line here this week. Teams know where they lie. They know where they're at. This is the deadline. No more talk. This is where you're at. I mean, at this point, if you're thinking 3 games or matter, you're in a tough spot. So we'll got to see what the Padres do. We'll see what those Cubbies do. We'll see what those Yankees do. A lot to be told. We'll see if the Dodgers get Skubal. So.
By the way,
Monday night, my friend.
By the way, Pete Crow Armstrong heard me, I guess, and so he decided to hit a 2-run home run in the 10th inning against the Cardinals. So that was cool.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, MVP this, brother. MVP this." We're gonna go there with it. Logan, good show as always, my friend. I look forward to our conversation Monday for Christmas morning for me and Logan Stone. Till then, we'll